Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field. It's been a strange day. I just sat down behind the microphone, and the sun was out as bright as it's been all day long, and all of a sudden, it disappeared up in the clouds. And I'm kind of happy it did, because now I can see what's down on the field. It's Northeastern Conference boys soccer. In the white with the red pants is the Everett Crimson Tide. On the other side, the all green are the Classical Rams, under their first coach, Eric Marino, who's doing a tremendous job. Classical is 5-1-1. They're 4-0 in the conference. And they're not that far away from qualifying for the state tournament. Daniel Cortez is in net for Classical. Fabricio Dos Santos Souza in net for Everett. And we're underway. Everett, nice bit of passing, gets it into the Classical end. They knock it deep, looking for a break. And the Classical just got a head on it. I think that was Josue Pena. And by it goes out, Everett will get the throw in. By getting a head on it, it just tipped away from one of the Everett players who was breaking down that far side. And it was Andy Davins Alisi. And he would have walked in on Cortez, but it just got deflected too far for him to go get it. So Pena, with that defensive play, turned out to be a very big defensive play. Popped up. Classical kind of fanned on that shot. Now they gave it away a little bit. Now they knock it deep. Everett will let it go out of play. Blocked by Classical. Everett gets it back. Blocked by Classical again. And taken away by Classical nicely. A couple of nice plays by Malara. They dump it back. They knock it deep. Looking for Gomez breaking. Everett gets there first. Gomez kind of overran it, almost tripped over it. Now he battles and gets it back, and he'll get knocked out by Enrique De Silva of Everett. The quick throw-in by Alabasi. And Everett knocks it out. Classical's going to get the first corner kick. Coming from the near side. Out in front, Classical's going to get called for pushing off. I think it was Zelaya was going up to try and get a head on it. He gave a little bit of push to one of the Everett players to get a little more room to try and go up and get it. And Dos Santos Souza will boot it away past midfield. Deflected back to the Everett end. Everett bangs it off Classical's Gomez. Headed away by Alabasi. Everett got a piece Alabasi will take the throw in. That one gets knocked out by Marcus Vieira. And Vieira knocks it out again. Alabasi will take the throw in a little bit closer. Headed away. Gomez. And knocked out again by Everett. Knocked upfield. Yeah, went out off Alabasi. They throw it deep looking for De Silva. Boy, he can fly. Alabasi knocked it out. They get it to Floridin, and he threw it ahead, and De Silva was flying down the near side. Alabasi had to knock it out. They try to center it, picked off by Classical, and knocked deep. Taken away by Molina Orellana. He gets it back. In the middle, broken up by Everett. And Everett's going to get called for taking Molina Orellana down. The free kick. From the 44. They boot it to the net. It goes wide left. And Dos Santos Souza comes out and picks it off. He was going to throw it upfield, and now he has to kick it away because Classical got in the way. High booming kick way past midfield, way down into the Classical end. Classical picked it off. Everett picked it off and kicked it up and out and up in the seats, and then came back on the field. They send it to the middle, and it got picked off by Floridin. Down the near side, there's that speed again. Boy, De Silva, I think the football team might like to have him as a halfback or a wide receiver. Couldn't line up a shot, get knocked away. Everett holds on to it. Now, it got tipped away. There were 3 white shirts out in front. And I believe it was Christopher Zelaya that headed it away. Everett will get a corner kick, but that's better than having 3 guys out in front with a shot at the ball. Dead center of Cortez. So Everett will get their first corner kick coming from the near side. It goes deep. Everett trying to knock it home, and there's another nice play by Zelaya. Blocked the shot of Vieira. Pascal knocks it away and knocks it deeper. Broken up nicely and taken away. Little shift. And they're going to call Everett for taking Gomez down. And I think it was Francisco Flores that inadvertently got a piece and took him down with a trip. just getting two hands on the ball and knocking it away was the goaltender. That was a perfect kick, dead center. Klasko was there trying to get in a piece, trying to get a header. And Dos Santos Souza got up and got two hands and slapped it away. Alabasi with a shift. Trying to track it down was Robles. And we're going to get a collision. Robles winds up on the turf, and they could call him for banging in. Dos Santos Souza will kick it away. Booming kick. He's got a foot and a half. And they're going to call Gomez for leaning all over De Silva. Another free kick coming up. And they boom it again. Headed away by Zelaya. Everett trying to keep it in. It goes out. Everett thought they got knocked down, but there was no call. I guess there was a call because they're going to get a free kick. I thought he pointed for Klasko going up fielding, kicking it away. Now it's going to be Everett with a free kick from about the 15-yard line. They got a head on it and knocked it out. And they're calling it off Klasko. So now they're going to get a corner kick from the near side again. Everett's got guys who can kick the ball extremely well. I think this is Vieira with the kick. He's trying to do it and get rid of the flag at the same time. The flag was bothering him. Gomez with a rush. Knocks it upfield, knocked it off the official. It winds up with Novoa getting it. Drops it in the middle. Ixlaj got it, but they have to knock it back. They couldn't go to the net. They tried to tip in the middle. It got broken up, deflected back to the goaltender. Everett coming back. Knocked it too far. Gomez takes it away. And Gomez inadvertently. And they're calling, I think, going to give a yellow card to Vieira. Vieira's getting a yellow card. And he'll have to go to the sideline. Now, they did this, I wish I could think of the game. They did this in one of the games last week, and they didn't substitute for the player. They wound up with playing with 9 against 10, not counting the goaltenders, of course. Now they send in the sub, so I'm not sure how that worked last time. I didn't think they should be down a player, not like going to the penalty box in hockey. Everett knocks it deep. They knocked it too deep. They're not going to get there. Or are they? Great hustle by Floridan. Gets around a couple of times, tried to center it in front. It got tipped away. Classical came up with it. That's great hustle by Floridan. Ixlas couldn't keep it in. Didn't look like he had a chance to get that ball. It was going to go out of bounds. He chased it down the corner and got there. Classical knocks it out. Tipped. Classical takes it away. Tipped again. Everett gets it back. Blocked. Blocked nicely by Malara. They tried a little give and go. It wound up going behind Molina Orellana. Everett gets it back. And here's Alabasi stepping up and knocking it deep. And we got a call. I'm not sure what that was about. Now I do. We got an Everett player. I thought he was giving another yellow card like he did before. But they stopped it because the Everett player, who's right over in front of the Everett bench, limping on his left foot. And we got another substitution. 15 minutes in to this first half. No score. Everett and Classical Northeastern Conference boys soccer. Everett part of the group. Malden, Medford, Somerville, Everett. They were the 4 remaining GBL teams that were granted entry into the Northeastern Conference. The lone exception in all sports, boys and girls. The lone exception was the Everett football team had to play an independent schedule. And now they're waiting on a vote to be taken that everybody thinks is going to be favorable towards Everett getting in the Northeastern Conference. In fact, I read in the Salem News that Everett was already in, and they listed how the 2 divisions would be split up, 8 teams in each division. They tip it to the middle, getting there before the Silver could. Was Zelaya making another defensive play. Tipping it ahead. Robles can't get there before Dos Santos Souza. And Robles went down hard. Gomez comes out of the pack. Drops it back. Ishlaz trying to throw it to the near side to Navoa. And it was De Silva, I think, getting in the way of taking it away. And that, you could see De Silva, he stopped immediately. He tried to get out of the way, it hit him in the hand, and he couldn't even fake it. He just went stopped. He shook his hand like that hurt. And they're going to get a free kick, so you couldn't sneak that one past the officials. Molina Orellana will take the free kick from outside the 35-yard line. Hooks it way to the left side. Classical gets there and keeps it in play. Everett gets there and knocks it upfield and knocks it out. Klasko looking to get there. They keep it in. They went right around the defense and kept it in, and the defense takes it away. Nice play on both sides. Looked like they're going to walk in after they beat the defense. The defense came back and took it away. Ixlaj knocking it deep, looking for Gomez. It winds up. Navoa couldn't get a foot on it. It bounced up, and he had a almost like shot hop it, trying to get the shot. He got the kick off, but a very easy save by Dos Santos Souza. Everybody going up for a header. They try to knock it deep. De Silva's back breaking it up. They knock it deep again. Navoa looking for it. Knocked away by Everett. Headed away by Klasko. He slides in the middle. Nice little shift. They drop it off. Molina Orlana. Alabashi playing catch. Gets around one, and then the defense comes over and knocks it out. And that's De Silva. And we'll have substitutions for both teams. Alabashi with the throw-in. Gomez trying to throw it in front. Had to reach across the defender to get the ball and just chipped it behind the net out of play. We mentioned Eric Moreno in his first year, the new coach for Klasko, doing a terrific job. Oswaldo Constanza is the head guy for Everett. Robles with it. Triple teamed. Drops it back. Everett comes away with it. Nice little shift, taking it down the far side. Trying to get around the defender, throw it out in front. Klasko picked it off. Everett almost had an opportunity for a kick. De Silva came away with it. Now Klasko will knock it deep. Navoa with a shift. Can't get around the defense. Everett right back on the Klasko end. Trying to knock it deep. Knocked away. Palavo was the one that knocked it away. They knocked it to the near side, and Gomez slipped and fell. Looked like he was sliding into third base. And it was behind him and out of play. Headed away. They dump it to the far side, broken up by Klasko. Robles trying to get there first. Gets there, but knocks it out into the Everett bench area. He couldn't get it around Andrew Sosa. Now Klasko winds up with it. Pops straight up in the air. Everett knocks it away. Nice little shift, but they threw the pass too far. Trying to knock it deep, deflected, and it gets knocked away by Zelaya. They knocked it deep. They were looking for Marin breaking. Amaya with it. Gives it to Alabasi. Ahead to Marin. Alabasi broken up. Everett knocks it out. Into the classical bench area. Everett will get the throw in. Classical takes it away. They try to go deep to Marin. He was on the near side. They threw it too far to the middle. It got picked off. Now, Molina Orlana gets around. Tips it ahead. They try to tip it back. They threw it behind Molina Orlana, and now the pass picked off. Everett knocking it deep. Popped up off the head of Malara. They knock it deep. Cortez will come out of the net, play it on a couple of hops, and get it upfield. Everett trying to get a shot off. And just as they were getting it, they got a piece of the foot. Couldn't get the shot off as they were doing it again. Nice defense. Zelaya with another nice defensive play, and there's another one. Trying to center it. And who does it? Zelaya again, and there's Zelaya again. Not letting it get to the net. 4 or 5 big-time defensive plays by Christopher Zelaya. Nice little shift by Klasko. They dump it in the middle. Gomez trying to get around. Can't get shut off and has it taken away. They knock it deep. Broken up. They knock it deep again. Trying to walk in, they center it, it goes by everybody. And Klasko breaks it up. They centered it, there was 2 white shirts there, but then Klasko appeared back checking and took it away. Gomez got knocked down once, they didn't call it. The second time, now they don't call it. I thought they called it. Gomez is down. He's very slow getting up. It's going to go into the classical bench area. And I believe we're going to get a timeout. Just over 13 minutes left in a scoreless first half. Everett, Classical, Northeastern Conference Boys Soccer. We get a timeout on the field. 0 Classical, 0 Everett. They come out of the timeout 0-0 with 13:21 left in this first half. Both teams up and down, back and forth. Both teams have had almost, the goaltenders really haven't had to make big time saves. Defensive play again, and he paid the price. He got knocked down. I think that's Zalair again, making a big-time defensive play, and he wound up getting knocked down by Floridin. Headed away. They try to knock it deep. It's popped straight up in the air. They were trying to send Alex Amaya in, as opposed to Jonathan Amaya. Classical trying to walk in, and he gets taken down. That's going to be a free kick from the 15-yard line or inside, so Classical has a scoring opportunity. Everett sets up their picket fence, but they're not going to put it there. They're going to make them move back another at least 5 more yards. Josue Pena is going to take the kick, and they're going to march Everett off, and they're going to push him all the way back to the 10. He can rip this easily to the net, but he's got to get it over that picket fence. He can't hit that line drive he'd like to hit because he'll knock it right into that picket fence. Everybody picking a partner on the other side. He drills it, and he drills it right off the picket fence. Hit right in the middle of the 4 players that were standing in front of the net, so it never got to the goalie, and Everett will clear it away. Malara gets it back, throws it up, trying to center it. Everett breaks it up. Classical keeps it in the Everett end. They tip it by, they go get it. They knock it down. They couldn't get the tip. Everett clears it away. Zalea to Alabasi. Everett breaks it up. Gomez got a foot on it but couldn't control it. They get it back to Gomez. Try to make the pass. It got broken up. Nice defense by De Silva. Classical gets it back. Shot goes high and wide and off to the right side and out of play off the foot of Fernando Gomez. 10 minutes and counting left in this scoreless first half. So Santos Souza will kick it away. Past midfield, knocked down. Malara knocked it back. Everett took it away. Everett picks off the pass. Waiting for help. They dump it cross field. And just sticking a foot in was Islak's knocking it away from Arthur De Jesus. Tipped in front. Can't get a shot off. You have to drop it all the way back. Broken up. Islak's. Classical knocks it away. Headed back by Everett. Everett can't keep it in. They try to knock it back to the net, centering it, but they knocked it out of play. Everett looking for help, can't get it. Classical winds up with it. Everett steps in and picks off the pass. Classical knocks it off Everett into the Classical bench area. Haskell heads it away. They bang it off Everett to the near side. Alabasi will let it go out of play. Jonathan Amaya. Now it gets knocked out. Everett with the throw in. Robles couldn't get there first. They got headed away by Everett. They knock it all the way back to the goaltender. Popped up. Knocked down. Classical finally winds up with it. They take it down the far side. It went off the foot of Ixlaj. Everett knocks it deep. Deflected away and deflected away again. Everett winds up with it. Who give and go pass was a little bit behind the intended receiver. Haskell Pena broke it up nicely, and then Everett knocked it out. Alabasi. Pass picked off by De Jesus. Goes too far. Classical gets there first. Ixlaj knocks it ahead. Everett stepped in and tipped it. Classical takes it away. They knock it deep, trying to get it by the defense. They can't. Alabasi hustling. And finally gets knocked out. De Jesus knocked it out. Trying to knock it to the net, deflected away. Haskell trying to maneuver to get a shot off. Everett slides and knocks it out. Substitutions for both teams. 4 minutes and counting left in a scoreless first half. It's been back and forth, very evenly played. Both teams controlling, both teams getting shots, but nothing really close. The goaltenders didn't have to do anything spectacular. Pass picked off. They were looking for Alabasi. Broken up again by Classical. Down that far side. Alabasi to the near side. This is Amaya. I have to say Alex Amaya. trying to walk in was Jolie. He got taken down. Classical knocks it deep. Knocked to the far side. And it's going to go out. Let's see who they give it to. They're going to give it to Everett. Everett knocking it deep, and they knock it into the classical bench area. To the near side, Alabasi knocks it ahead. Amaya drops it off for Alabasi. And Everett knocks it out. Final 2 minutes of this scoreless first half. Everett knocks it out again. I think this will be a corner kick for Classical. Coming from the near side. Still trying to battle that flag. The flag kind of leans in. Out in front, Everett got a head on it. And they're going to knock it out. So now, and they're calling it off Classical. Boy, it certainly looked like it went off. And Everett had, I think it was Jeffrey Robles with that corner kick. Did a nice job getting it out in front. Classical right back at it in the closing moments, back in the Everett end. As I say that, it is the closing moments because they blow the whistle to end the half. So no score, back and forth. Both teams had chances. Both teams didn't do much getting it on net. Certainly didn't test the goaltenders at all, but it was back and forth between the two teams, and it winds up the same way we started the first half. Lynn Glasgow nothing, Everett nothing at halftime. As you can see, I got good camera people. We're underway in the second half. As Classical almost got a scoring opportunity there. My camera people take care of me. They got going before I got back. So we're into the second half. Classical right back at it. They knock it deep, and the pass too far. They had breaking down the far side. And Classical had an opportunity, and the pass was too far. And if that was on the money, he was going to walk in alone. Everett breaks it up a couple of times, and then Classical breaks it up. Nice play by Malara. Down the near side. Robles trying to knock it back. Malara collects. Ixlaz gets the pass, tipped away. Ixlaz tried to get the shot off, and then Everett reached in and got a piece of it and knocked it away. Couldn't get the shot off. They knock it deep, headed to the middle. Classical knocks it away. Good defense again by Zelaya. Classical, a nice little shift, trying to walk in, takes the shot. What a nice bid by Gomez. Dos Santos Souza had to make a big-time save off Gomez. He made a great little move, shake and bake between two defenders, and stepped up and got a real good shot off. And Dos Santos Souza had to make the big-time save. That's the best opportunity for either team. Luke's out in front, couldn't get the shot off. Everett knocks it away. Headed back by Alabasi. Classical trying to knock it to the net. And coming out making the basket catch is Dos Santos Souza. They knock it deep. Everett heads it to the net. And it is Zelaya. He had an outstanding first half defensively. And he makes a big-time play again. Walking through a couple of people, making the pass, and it went off a foot. They were trying to line the shot up. It deflected off a foot, and Classical gave Classical the opportunity to knock it away. Nice little rush by Andy Davis. Alisi. Classical knocks it away again, and carries it down the far side. And they knock it into the Classical bench area out of play. I'm not sure what they're calling now. I guess they're saying the Everett player pushed off because they're going to give Classical a free kick. Everett was set to take the ball and throw it in front of the Classical bench area. Skips by everybody. Now it's knocked away by Everett. Headed down. Blocked and knocked back towards the net. Dos Santos Souza will pick it up and he'll kick it away. I don't know how the football team missed him. He's a big boy in net. Looks like he'd be a very good right tackle or right guard or linebacker. It goes out off Everett. Alabasi will throw it in. He gets it back. Blocked. Alabasi kept it in. Gets around. Trying to throw it to the net. Headed away nicely by Everett. Shot from long range. Knocked away again by Everett. And hustling back again, Zelaya. And he keeps trying to keep it, and it went out and went on Zelaya, but he broke up that long pass that looked like it might be a breakaway. Yeah, give it to him further down with the throw-in. Classical heads it away. They tip it ahead. Long pass broken up. Rosales got a piece and knocked it away. Now it got broken up. They couldn't get it over. Alisi down the far side. Glasgow couldn't get around De Silva. Glasgow will get the throw in down deep. Little shift. Staying on the far side. Drop it back in the middle. Taking a shot from long range. It got blocked. And that was Rosales again. And now it goes out of bounds at the side of the net. Knocked out by Everett. Glasgow will get a corner kick. And he knocked it right on top of the net. Dos Santos Souza will kick it away. We get substitutions for Everett. Out near midfield, Klaskell heads it away. Robles winds up with it. Novoa trying to get it. Blocked and taken away again by Rosales. And Everett's going to get a kick. I don't know if it bounced up and got somebody in the hand. They kick it to the net by everybody. Everett trying to keep it in play, and they can't. They pulled it wide left over everybody when it bounced. Everett tried to get there, couldn't, and it went out of play. 10 minutes into the second half, still scoreless, Klaskell and Everett. Robles hustling down. He lost it out of play. From down deep. Pop straight up in the air. Molina Avellano took it away. He got knocked down. Trying to throw it in front. They banged it out of play. I thought it got blocked by Everett. It did. They're going to get a corner kick. I think it's Ixlaj taking the kick. Coming from the far side, everybody picking a partner. It bounced. They didn't get the head on the first time. The second time they did, and they headed it over the net. It shot hopped. Zelaya. And then it bounced again, and he got a shot at it again. And when he tried to tip it, he got it too much head on it, knocked it over the net. So Klaskell's been close. Everett really hasn't come close. They've had the ball at that end. Klaskell in quite a bit. They lined up what looked like a couple of shots, then misfired. From long range, it goes wide right off the foot of Molina Orellana. And once again, Dos Santos Souza will kick it away. Everett knocks it ahead. Classical knocks it away. Classical knocks it away again. Pop straight up to the near side. Winning the battle was Alisi. Classical comes away with it. They knock it ahead. Classical went down. Everett came up with it. And they bring it back the other way. They knock it deep. Classical knocks it the other way. Tip in the middle. Classical comes away with it. Off the Everett head. Winds up with Classical in the middle. The shot got blocked. They knock it to the near side. They knock it too far. De Leon was there, and he was stationary, and he knocked it too far upfield. And we're going to never play a laid out across the 20-yard line. And they're going to come out and have to take a look at him. The throw in by Santos. It goes to the middle. Everett collects, dumps it down. And here's Zelaya with another play. Boy, he's really played well back in that center field spot. Everett coming right back. Classical takes it away. Everett gets it back. They just saved it before it went out. Classical took it away. Molina Orellana knocking it deep. Just broken up by Rosales. They try to send Robles in. Molina Orellana has it for Classical. Coming down the far side. Couldn't get the shot off. They dump it back to De Leon. Tip it back to De Leon. Robles trying to walk in and get a shot off. Can't. Islax does. Couldn't get a lot on it. Kind of popped up. Dos Santos Souza makes the save and boots it away. Bounces over everybody. Everett gets it. Coming down the near side. And they knock it long and deep, and they slice it wide right off the foot of Alisi. Ixlas knocks it to the middle. Popped up. Classical with it. Trying to tip it to the far side. Everett breaks it up. Molina Orellana gets it clear across field to De Leon. Back to Molina Orellana. Trying to walk in. Takes the shot from long range. It got partially blocked, I thought. Rosales got a piece of it, but they're saying no. And Dos Santos Souza will kick it away. We'll have the same setup for the third and last game here at Manning Field. It'll be Classical and Everett again, but it'll be the girls. Classical took it away. Everett takes it back. tip and knock up. And trying to knock it upfield. And they're calling it off Klasko. And Santos will throw it in. They get it in the middle. They couldn't get a lot on it. Nice pass right in the middle. And they kind of one-timed it and tipped it up to the net. And Cortez is able to make the easy save. That was De Silva, I think, off the pass from Alisi. Zelaya knocks it away. Everett right back. Trying to come to the near side. Pass. Looking for the shot. Couldn't get a real good shot off. Good defense. And that Zelaya again, I believe. He's been outstanding. He just wouldn't let them get around him. And he wound up taking a very tough shot. That's De Silva. He's very, very quick, but he couldn't get around. Robles keeps it in. Everett takes it away. Klasko knocks it away. Knock it to the far side. Klasko gets there. Battling with Everett. Nice little shift. Gets around. Takes the shot from long range. Couple of hops. Dos Santos Souza will play it on the hop. And boot it away. Ixlas broke it up. They go cross field. Two nice little shifts. They dump it in the middle. Shot from long range. They got a lot of foot into that one and knocked it up over everything and out of play. Klasko breaks it up. Everett looking for the pass. A little bit behind the intended receiver. Now Klasko will knock it away and head it away. Gomez got a piece of it but slipped and couldn't go get it. Broken up. Taken away by Ixlas. Klasko back at it. From long range, it was going in. It was going to be under the top crossbar. Good bid by Molina Orellana. And Dos Santos Souza get up as high as he could and just got a piece and knocked it over the top crossbar. That was going in. So Klasko right there again. They've had a few of those. Now they'll have a corner kick from the far side. They knock it down. They were going to clear it, but they popped it straight up in the air. Klasko pops it back. Everett. They finally clear it away. Trying to walk in and take the shot. And that was Zelaya. He popped it up a couple of times and he couldn't get it down on the turf. It was bouncing up almost waist high when he pulled it way wide left and out of play. We mentioned Everett's trying to get over 500. They're 2-2-2. Glasgow looking to get 2 points closer to that playoff version. And we've got a Glasgow player down. I was wondering why. I didn't know they didn't call a timeout, but way upfield is a Glasgow player down. Christopher Zalea was the player that went down, skipping off a little bit, favoring that right foot. Let's hope he's going to be okay. That would be a huge loss for Glasgow. He's been playing terrific. He's had a great game back at that deep center field spot. And he's also had on free kicks. He's come up and had a couple of instances where he might have been helped get Glasgow on the board. So that would be a huge loss for Glasgow in the last 17 minutes if he can't come back. Coming down the near side, and they slice it off the foot, off to the right side and out of play. Trying to tip it to the net, and it went way wide right. Everett took it away. Little sliding save there. I think that was Pena, I believe, with a nice defensive play. Now it goes out, and Everett's going to get a corner kick. Coming from the near side. I was wondering why everybody was waiting so long, and now I realize I didn't see him. There's a player down, an Everett player down. So the trainer's getting a lot of work here in the last couple of minutes. And he's up, and he seems to be okay. It's Arthur De Jesus. He'll go to the bench and be replaced, but we're glad he's okay. He was down. So he and the trainer will make their way to the sideline, and Everett will get a kick coming from the near corner. Glasgow knocks it away. Everett hustling back to get it. Then they knock it all the way back to the goaltender. Glasgow blocked it. Everett got it back. And once again, they knock it back to the goaltender. And he boots it to the near side. And he couldn't keep it in. It went out of play. Malaro will take the throw-in. Now it won't be Malaro. It'll be Molina or Alana. Gets by a couple. Nice little shift. Goes by another one. Trying to center it. No green shirts out in front though. And it's going to go out of play off Everett. Pena with the quick throw in. Everett took it away. They knock it deep. And they knock it out again. De Silva tried to get there and he got a foot on it. He just helped it to go out. 15 minutes and counting in this one. No score. Classical and Everett, Northeastern Conference boys soccer. That one goes a mile up in the air. Everybody trying to get ahead of it. They all missed. Gomez knocking it deep to the far side. That's a tough pass to complete from the near side. Everett hustling. It goes out into the Everett bench area off Classical. Classical knocks it out again. Knocked out by Classical. Everett's going to get a corner kick. This one coming from the far side. Again, everybody milling around out in front. Right out in front, and Cortez went up and took it away. One of the Everett players ran right by Cortez and wound up in the net. Perfect corner kick right out in the middle. Cortez did a nice job of going up in all the traffic and grabbing it. With a shift. Knocked away nicely by the defense of Everett. They knock it deep, broken up. And that was Pena with the nice defense. Everett coming back. That's the way the game has been. Back and forth and back and forth. Classical's had the better of the scoring opportunities. But territorial-wise, it's been just about even. Down the near side. Classical takes it away, a little behind the back action. Nice job. Knocked it away. Behind Gomez. And they just grabbed a hold of Islas made a little move, and Rosales just put a little bear hug on him. Classical hustles and keeps it in. They get around, trying to throw it in front, and they blocked the shot as they were trying to get it off. Now the shot comes, tipped over the net again. They made a nice little rush, come in from the far side. It came back, and they drilled it from outside the 10-yard line. I think it was Molina or Alana. Might have been Gomez. It was Gomez. They fanned on that kick. Classical knocks it loose. Everett gets it back. Classical breaks it up again. Again, Everett gets it back. They throw it to the far side. Everett saves it. Down the far side, trying to throw it in front. Threw it by the net. Little ground ball. Knocked away nicely. And that's Zelaya. Nice to see him back in the game. He went out. And he's a big part of that Classical defense. They bang it off Classical. Off Ixlaj. Classical Everett. Now we got a little extracurricular activity. Grabbing, and all of a sudden a punch was thrown. Luckily the punch missed, and everybody grabbing everybody. Teammates grabbing teammates and pulling them away. Little bump, a grab, push. I don't know how they can call this on anybody. It was both sides doing damage. Both sides being a little bit silly. And they give both guys a yellow card, and they have to go to the bench. I don't know how Everett gets a free kick out of this, because if you give both sides a yellow card, wouldn't that mean that both sides were at fault? But they're going to give Everett a free kick. And Brian Matal Huiza will take the kick. Would be a shame if he put this in the net. 10 minutes straight up left in this one. 0-0. Knock loose. And we got Everett being called for knocking a classical player down in front of the net. And I think when it came down, it hit the Everett player on the hand. So with just under 10 minutes left in this scoreless game, we got a timeout down in the field. It skips past, Pena's there to knock it away. Everett keeps it in the classical end. And they're going to call it off Everett. Everett thought they should get it, but they're not going to. You kind of knew it in the first half that one goal was going to be enormous in this game, and we may not get a goal. 9 minutes and counting left, 0-0. Classicals had several chances and near misses. Cortez from a tough angle deep in the corner. I thought they knocked a never player down. It was the official that went down. Pena gets around, tips it, broken up, and then Pena just got run over by Marcus Vieira. Haskell knocks it away. Robles with it. Knocking it deep, broken up nicely by the defense. Classical knocked it away. Contact made. Classical player goes down. It goes out. Off Classical. They get by, but the defense makes another big play. Robles tips it ahead. It got deflected. Novoa couldn't get the shot off. It's loose, and Classical knocks it home. Novoa kept it alive, and then Robles knocked it off the goaltender, and it deflected right into the lap of Novoa, and he knocked it home. And we got the goalie down. We got another Everett player down. Gabriel Novoa, he wound up having a wide open net. It got deflected a couple of times. The last time, Gomez looked like he was going to knock it home. Tosanto Souza made the save. He got wrapped up with Gomez. It deflected over, and Novoa had a wide open net, and he knocked it home with 7:12 left and Classical gets on the board. The goaltender is yet to get up, and we're going to play it down at about the 16-yard line as well. The goaltender's up, but the other player is solidly down on the ground, and the trainer has had to do double duty. So in all of that, Gomez actually banged in the goaltender, and as he was going down, the ball popped loose right into the lap of Navoa, who was wide open, and knocked it home. And I believe it was Rosales. Everett was screaming at the official, saying, you know, they knocked our goaltender down, and he winds up getting a yellow card and going to the bench. So there's all kinds of action going on right in front of the net. They had the initial shot. It deflected. Looked like Fernando Gomez was going to have an easy time putting it home. So Santos Souza came over and made a very nice save to block his shot. And as he was blocking the shot, he and Gomez came together, and the ball deflected right into the lap of Navoa, who was sitting right on the doorstep, and all he had to do was knock it in the open net. Can't get a much easier goal than that if you're Navoa. Hard work to get it there, but for Navoa just sitting there, here I am, the ball's on my foot, and I got a wide open net. Tipped away by Zelaya. Again, back there playing center field, doing a terrific job. And we got a whistle. He kind of double-teamed Robles and knocked him down. Classical will get the free kick. Free come just inside midfield. Pena will take it. As we got 5 minutes and counting left in this one. It bounces off Robles' head, and he can't get to it, and it goes out of play. Everett with the quick throw-in. Knocked away, trying to knock it deep. Ixlage knocked it away. Now Everett is battling the clock. Gomez gives it up. Ixlage trying to knock it ahead. Everett picks it off, pops it up. Alabasi keeps it in. Popped in the air. Deflects away. Everett takes it. Classical breaks it up. Classical sees Everett knock it deep. Pena, nice knockdown, and not only that, behind the back kick, knocking it upfield. Nice job by Josue Pena. Everett knocks it deep. Popped up. Nice little play, knocking to himself, heading into himself, throws it out in front, and Cortez will come over and play it. That was a terrific rush by Andy Davins Alisi. He went around the defender, popped it to himself, then with his forehead, kind of pushed it with his forehead to himself, and then made a nice pass across field, but Everett couldn't get to the pass. Classical trying to throw it to the net. Nice job. They get it there. And a nice save. From a tough angle, they got that shot on net. Knocking it deep. Glasgow got a foot on it, but couldn't knock it away. Shot, score! Glasgow went up, didn't play the man. They played the ball. They missed it, And it went down, and they drilled it over the goaltender's head, under the top crossbar, inside the near post. Alici with a terrific pass, and I believe it was Andrew Sosa who banged it home. Klasko went up. Instead of playing the man, they tried to go up and knock the ball away. They missed it, and they left it there, and he was able to bang it home. And Everett has tied it up. It was a terrific pass by Andy Davins Alici. Robles with a nice little shift. Tips it ahead. Hixlage. They tip it. Gomez with it. Trying to get around. Down the far side. Used his body well to get around. Deflected away by Klasko. And they're calling Klasko for a takedown. Final 2 minutes and counting. Klasko was celebrating the one goal, and now they have to hold on for a 1-1 tie. Zelaya knocked it away. They knock it to the middle, headed away again by Zelaya. He's been outstanding. They knock it to the middle. They let it go back to Cortez. He'll grab it and hold on and kick it away. Navoa with it. Pass is broken up. Everett coming back. Ixlage broke it up. Robles with it. Nice defensive play by Moses Herrera. Cortez throws it upfield. Time winding down in this one. Everett trying to... This will be like a win for Everett, scoring with just over 2 minutes left. Just under 3 minutes left. If they can keep Klasko off the board. And I said 23. The goal was scored by number 19, Deshaun Floridin. He's the one that got that great pass from Andy Davins Alici. They blow the whistle, and that's going to be it. So Klasko, they get a point, but they're going to be a little disappointed because Navoa and a scramble out in front in the open net knocked it home to give them a one-goal lead with 7:12 left in the game. And with just under 3 minutes left, it was Alici with a long pass upfield. The Everett defender, instead of going and playing the man, he went up and tried to head the ball away. He missed it. When it dropped down, Deshaun Floridin got a rip-off that went under the top crossbar into the near corner, and that tied the game up, and that's how that game is going to end. So Klasko will go to 5-1-2. Everett will not drop, but they'll go to 2-2-3. Their third tie of the year. Klasko second, and it ends here. Klasko 1, Everett 1 in this Northeastern Conference battle. So we hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.